Dear students, be kind to yourself. Give some time to yourself to think and move forward with a positive mind. So, as we are moving forward with atoms and molecules, structure of an atom having the nucleus, you can see the nucleus. This is the nucleus having protons and neutrons in the center, and these are electrons which is present on the orbits, energy shells. Okay, so these are the electrons and these are the protons and neutrons, the three particles of an atom. So our chapter atoms and molecules continue. Now, ions. What are ions? An ion is an atom or group of atoms that has an electric charge, either positive or negative. Now, positive and negative, very important. We will see atoms have an equal number of protons and electrons. So, positive protons means positive, electrons means negative, are equal in number. So do not have any overall charge because they are equal. So minus and plus, they are equal. So there will be no charge at all, right? Atoms with incomplete outer electron shells are unstable. As I taught you earlier, an element or atom is stable when it has an octet stage. That means outer shell should be an octet stage or it should be a stable, right? If it has incomplete number of electrons, it will be unstable. So by either gaining or losing electrons, atoms can obtain full outer electron shells and become stable. Now this is a structure of an atom having proton and neutron in the middle and electrons on the orbits, energy shells, electron shells, right? There are two types of ions, cations and anions. Now cation, if you hear cation, it is positive. So positive means it can give electrons, it can give electrons to other, that means loss of electrons. So for your easiness, there CAT, so plus sign, that means cation is positive, that means it can give electrons. So positive cation give electrons. Now negative anion, negative charge, that means it can accept electrons. So it can accept electrons from outside. So it is becoming negative. So there are two types of charges or ions, cation and anion. Cation positive, it can lose electrons. Anion negative, it can accept electrons, right? Now we will have some examples. You can have the name of the ion given, symbol given, and you have the valency, right? Now sodium, it is Na plus. Now this plus sign, as it is positive, it is a cation, that means it is losing an electron. Now how many electrons? There are only one plus sign, that means one electron it is losing. So its valency will be 1, right? Potassium, K plus, that means 1 plus, so it is a cation and it is losing 1 electron. Cation means positive and positive means loss of electrons, right? Now copper, Cu plus, so 1 electron, cation, it is losing. Now magnesium, you can see Mg2 plus, so how many electrons it is losing? It is losing 2 electrons, so it is a cation. Now here we can see carbonate, CO3 2 minus. So minus, that means it is an anion. So it is accepting electrons. So how many electrons it is accepting? 2. So its valency will be 2. So how many electrons it is accepting or losing to get an octet stage, that is its valency. So these are few examples you have to learn. Okay. Now, what do you mean by valency? Valence electrons are those electrons which are present in the outermost orbit of the atom. Very, very important. Valence electrons are those electrons which are present on the outermost orbit of an atom. So, what it is? The capacity of an atom to lose, gain or share valence electron in order to complete it determines its valency. So as I told you, how much electrons it is losing or gaining or sharing with some atoms to have the octet stage, that means to reach the stability, that is known as its valency. You have few examples. showing the valency. Hydrogen, the valence is 1. You can see H plus, so that means 1 plus sign, and that shows you how many electrons are losing or gaining. So H plus, that means it is a cation, it is losing 1 electron, so valency will be 1. Now lithium, you can have the positive sign, that means it is cation, it is losing 1 electron, so valency will be 1. Now for example oxygen, we can see oxygen O2 minus, that means it is an anion minus, it is, so it is accepting 2 electrons, so the valency will be 2. Now magnesium, we can see magnesium, now magnesium is Mg2 plus, so it is, hope you all are telling, it is a cation, so how many electrons it is losing? 2 plus 2 electrons, that means the valency will be 2. So these are few examples. So common one you have to learn, like carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. Now carbon, you can see carbon, the valency is given 4. Now this is for example 4, if it is giving or taking, it is mid electrons, right? So if it is losing 4 electrons, it will have the stability. If it is accepting 4 electrons, it will become 8, so stability will be there. So if more than 4 number of electrons are present on the outermost orbit, you have to take the valency, that is the number of electrons it is gaining or losing, that number you should take. If the number of electrons is less than 4, you have to take the same number of atoms which is given. Okay, so this is what the valency is. Very easy if you think. Now this is a periodic table. You can have the colors, it is showing this. The first group, these are groups. Okay, I will show you. These are groups. This one group, second group, third group, fourth, 5, like that. And these are periods. First period, second period, third period. Now the all of you know hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. This is a alkali metals. Okay, this second group is the alkaline earth metals. This blue color what showing, it is a transition metals, that means it is showing the characters of both. And these one are other metals. Okay, and this are the non-metals. You can have the non-metals: boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, francium, sulfur, selenium, astatine, okay, tellurium, phosphorus, silicon. These are all non-metals. And this green one, this one is the halogen group, halogen. And this is the noble gas, which is always stable. If you look at this, you can have this number, see, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the atomic number of these elements. Okay, by looking at the atomic numbers, we can easily find out the atomic mass. For example, O, the atomic mass is 8. That means the atomic number is 8, so atomic mass will be 60. Okay, and this one is the actinoid elements. This is a rare earth elements. So this is a general, I have shown you the periodic table, just go through it. And the number, these numbers are very, very important. These are the atomic numbers. For example, sodium, it is 11. Magnesium, it is 12. So atomic mass, easily you can calculate, just double it. Okay, 24. Okay, like that. But sodium, it is 23.5, right? Okay, so this is all about periodic. Now structure of atom I have already taught you. In the middle, that is nucleus, it contains neutrons and protons, and around that there are orbits, energy shells, KLMN. So there the electron is living, right? So many electrons. I have given you one this how to calculate the maximum number of electrons, K. 2 into 1, that is K is first one is K, so 1, so N is 1, N square 2, so L, it is second one, so 2 square, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, like that calculator. So K, L, M, N, 2, 8, 18, 32, so maximum 18 can fill, but octet is 8. Okay. One example I have given, oxygen, the atomic number is 8. So how to fill? K, we will have the 2 electrons, and L, we will have the 6 electrons. Okay, so 6 plus 2, 8 electrons. Now to have the stability 6, so 6 can accept 2 electrons, so that it becomes octet. So that is why O2 minus we are writing because the valence is 2. 2 electrons it needs to become stable. Now one more example. Halogen, that is chlorine 17. So how to write? Ka will be 2, L will be 8, M will be 7. Now 7. So it needs one more electron to become octet. That is why we are writing Cl minus, because it needs one more, it will accept. So Cl minus, Cl minus we are writing because it needs one electron to fulfill the octet stage, right? So these are the few examples. Hope you